They started this process 4 years ago. That's one of the reasons why we like to have our whole student body here to see that. Because hopefully, if you don't catch it freshman year, you'll catch it sophomore year or junior year. Wait till senior year. You can't participate in 12 sports your senior year. You can't have a 1.5 GPA freshman year, get a 4.0 senior year, and start having scholarship opportunities. These are things that are longevity awards. These students that are recognized today have done a lot over the last 4 years to be able to earn these awards and these scholarships. And that's the other thing. I know we are a community and a student body. Our students are working at Culver's and all the stores in different spots from the time they're in 8th grade, some of them. The best part-time job you can get in terms of getting money for your future education is writing scholarships. Because it may take you, say it takes you 2 hours to write even a $500 scholarship. If you get that scholarship for $500, that's $250 an hour you just earned. You're not going to make that at Culver's. Granted, we love Culver's. Okay, that's the longevity and getting a check every 2 weeks or every week. That's good that way. But those big $500, $1,000. Some of you today, there's going to be 5 of you today that get scholarships worth $7,000. And you probably spent a couple hours writing that application. So and then some of you guys are nervous right here. I know Maggie's all about recognition, so we're going to recognize Maggie today. That's an inside joke that many people have now heard. But once again, welcome. We're going to get started. It's an awesome day because this is such a huge thing for so many people. To be able to afford such an expensive endeavor like going to a 4-year university, going to a 2-year college, going to tech schools, it's not cheap. So anything that we can provide through scholarships or even just the recognition of somebody that's worked hard over their 4 years here at Johnson Creek. So our first presenter for the Johnson Creek Booster Club is Kayla Johnson.
Bring this down. On behalf of the Johnson Creek Athletic Booster Club, I would like to congratulate the applicants who were selected for our scholarships this year. The mission of the Booster Club is to encourage and assist all student athletes of Johnson Creek schools and to promote opportunities to display Blue Jay pride. The applicants were asked to answer this question: how will I and why will I encourage students to become and stay active in the Johnson Creek High School athletics? Their answers focused on the strong community that athletics provided them. They were able to connect with their teammates, coaches, and community while having fun. Being a student athlete challenged them to become the best version of themselves. It provided them with countless opportunities to build their leadership, communication, and time management skills, and those skills translated into their daily lives. Overall, they found their time as athletes incredibly rewarding and highly encouraged every student to participate in student athletics during their time here. The following students were chosen based not only on their essays, but also their athletic abilities, their academic scores, their involvement in the Booster Club, and their positive impact on current and future Blue Jay athletes. Our first recipient, Tyler Skogman. Tyler participated in cross country, track, and hockey while in school here. He will be attending UW La Crosse in the fall. Right down here.
I forgot that part in the warm-up. Seniors, come through, go through the middle, stand over here, get your photo.
You can stay up here for pictures. Silas Hartz. Silas participated in football, baseball, basketball, and wrestling. He will be attending UW South. Taylor Joseph. Taylor participated in baseball, football, wrestling, and basketball. He will be attending North Park University. Ava Sixel. Ava participated in cross country, track, and wrestling. She will be attending UW Eau Claire. Grace Trudell. Grace participated in volleyball, track, and was the manager for the boys basketball team. She will be attending UW La Crosse. Ramia Seward. She participated in volleyball and track. She will be attending Grace College. On behalf of the Booster Club, as you begin your new journey, we wish you the greatest success, and we look forward to your continued support as Johnson Creek Athletic alumni.
The Witterholt Scholarship is given in memory of Brock Witterholt, a Johnson Creek High School student who tragically passed away in summer of 2022. The Witterholt family is giving this scholarship to aid a Johnson Creek High School student in pursuing their post-secondary education as Brock was unable to. The Witterholts selected this recipient because this person is a dedicated student who has served as a role model for peers and has worked hard to get through high school regardless of any struggles that came up. This person excelled academically and athletically and inspired us with his story. We are confident he will do great things in his future and deserves this scholarship. We wish him the best of luck in college in pursuing a major in wildlife biology. Remember, your Father will always be watching down on you and guiding you. The student selected for the Witterholt Scholarship in the amount of $500, Taylor Joseph. Jim Mueller is a community member whose family has owned a successful business in Oconomowoc for many years. He said that he has been fortunate in his life and wants to pay it forward. He is offering a scholarship to a student who is pursuing a career in a technical field. Jim asks only that the recipient also pay it forward when their time comes. This year's recipient has demonstrated a desire to pursue a welding trade. He will be attending Waukesha County Technical College to pursue a welding certification. The recipient of the Jim Miller Scholarship in the amount of $3,000, Keegan Hackbarth.
Welcome, everyone, and thanks for coming. I'm Amy Sarna, the school counselor. and I'm presenting the Francis Carnes Scholarship. The Francis F. Carnes Educational Charitable Trust establishes scholarships for the first year of study in a 4-year degree-granting college or university. Eligible candidates will be graduates of the following high schools: Fort Atkinson, Jefferson, Johnson Creek, Lake Mills, and Waterloo. Francis Carnes believed in the youth of Jefferson County, and he wanted to help high school students go to college and attain a post-secondary education to succeed in their chosen career. He felt that the students that made the most of the opportunities available to them while in high school, that included school activities, community service, and work, would be successful with their college career. The most important thing is that they had to be of good character. It's my pleasure to present this scholarship as Sherry Miller could not be here today. There were many deserving applicants, but the committee felt that one student met all of the Carnes Scholarship's requirements to receive the $3,000 scholarship. I asked Mark Blakely what he would say about this student, as he was his teacher as well as his coach. He said that this student has been an outstanding leader throughout the time he has known him. The student exemplified his leadership and educational qualities in the classroom, which transferred over to the playing field. The student takes those strong leadership skills and qualities, he will take them into his future. I have also seen how well this student does academically and as a leader, but also in our mentoring program. He has been a role model for younger students. Mark and I wish this student nothing but the best as he ventures to the University of Wisconsin Stout for environmental science. The recipient is Silas Hartz.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. James Mead, and I represent the medical staff of Watertown Regional Medical Center. We have been giving a scholarship to those interested in pursuing any of the diverse careers in medicine for several decades, and it is my honor and privilege to be here in Johnson Creek to award the scholarship this year. We ask that these recipients are in the top 25% of their class. In addition, they need to show a commitment to activities in school, a commitment to helping others and serving others, and to demonstrate a commitment in activities in the community, in church, and at school. The candidate this year, as we went through all of our candidates, fairly early, does not sleep more than 1 or 2 hours a night. This person does pretty much every activity we could find listed. They work as well, and the recommendation that we received regarding this candidate was probably one of the most unabashedly positive reviews we have ever seen for anyone. So this year, I'm pleased to offer Maggie Marcus this $6,000 scholarship.
Hi there, my name is Whitney Townsend. I'm the Director of Business and Community Development at Fort Community Credit Union. The credit union is a not-for-profit financial institution with branch locations in Jefferson, Fort Atkinson, Watertown, and Whitewater. The mission of the credit union is to help our members be in a better financial position than when we met them. With that in mind, we are very pleased to provide a scholarship to help our members pursue their educational dreams. This year, we're presenting that scholarship to Connor Gerstner.
Good afternoon. My name is Ashley Schlender, and I am from the Jefferson County Farm Bureau, and I'm the Promotion and Education Chair. Farm Bureau is a grassroots organization that serves as a voice for farmers. Our mission is to lead the farm and rural community through legislative representation, education, public relations, and leadership development. Each year, we offer academic scholarships to encourage youth to further their education, use their talents to serve their community, and hopefully become a member to help us preserve the rural way of life in Wisconsin. Connor Gerstner has been chosen as one of this year's scholarship recipients. Connor's leadership skills, commitment to making his community better, and determination to succeed are all attributes that will make him successful in the future. Congratulations, Connor.
The American Red Cross gives scholarships to students from schools that participate in collecting blood in order to save lives. Every blood drive sponsored by the Student Council relies heavily on the support and help of members of the Student Council. These students gladly give up their time in order to set up the donor room, check in donors, and to keep donors comfortable and distracted. This year, we were able to collect a total of 95 units of blood, which is equivalent to 285 lives saved. The Red Cross stipulates that recipients receiving their scholarships must be active leaders in coordination and execution of the school's blood drive. And I cannot think of anyone who fits this description better than Jenna Bennick. Congratulations.
I am honored to present the Sarno Family Scholarship again this year. Just a little background. If you don't know, my dad started the scholarship 5 years ago for Poynette Schools, where he worked for 14 years as a principal and district administrator. And my brother and I graduated from there. My mom worked in the community there. We decided to add scholarships in the districts where my brother and I work. So now we have one here at JC, and we have one at West Bend Schools where my brother's the assistant superintendent. And my sister-in-law is also a school counselor, so basically an education family. As you can see, we value lifelong learning and have a growth mindset, and something like we like to see with students too is furthering their education. And so there couldn't be anyone more deserving of the scholarship this year, and what this scholarship is all about: obtaining a career in the service field, many hours of community service, a strong work ethic, and acceptance. The student selected is a role model in our community and school. She's kind and thoughtful. She's always willing to help out staff as well as students. And I have seen her grow over the past 4 years as a very strong leader. She has a lot to offer UW-La Crosse, where she'll be pursuing a career in radiation therapy, and she will be very successful in this pursuit. I'm very proud to announce that Jenna Bannock is the recipient.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Johnson Creek graduating class, I'd like to congratulate you on your graduation. Best wishes in your future. My name is Roger Mink. I'm a member of the Boscobel, Wisconsin, Gilbertson, Pitzer, Radley, VFW Post 10393. I have the great honor of presenting one of our 2024 scholarships. This year's recipient is we're confident this year's recipient will do well in both citizenship and scholarship, essential traits for success in the world. I present this to Maggie Marcus. I have to let you know that this is a double honor for me. This is my lovely granddaughter.
stay up in the photo area long enough for your parents to get the photo.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I see a lot of familiar faces out there. My name is Jeff Constable. I'm the president of the Johnson Creek Education Foundation. The purpose of the foundation is to really enhance the educational opportunities that you have had all the way since you've really been in kindergarten. The foundation is made up of a 12-person board, really of outstanding community people and also Johnson Creek alumni. So we help fund things like student and teacher grants, scholarships like we're giving today to seniors, and also continuing education grants and scholarships to other community members. So this is actually a really exciting time for the board. Throughout the years, the members of the foundation are raising funds through different events like our pancake breakfast, some of you know about, meeting with business owners, art in our community, and also marketing ourselves on social media and the newspaper and things like that. And it's really all with the purpose of giving out these scholarships. So this year is a little different for us because we now have 3 different scholarships. We have our general scholarship, which we actually have two $5,000 scholarships. One of our new ones is the Teschner Modal Scholarship for $2,500. And the next one is the Leslie J. Pedig Scholarship for $8,000. So before I begin, I want to say thank you to a number of you, and I think there was 13 of you that applied and interviewed for these three scholarships. And I will say that the interview team was very impressed with all of you. And they had a hard time picking the winners. So I will be presenting the 2, I'll call them the General Foundation Scholarships. I'll have Jason Fry come up and introduce the Teschner Modal Scholarship, and then Dr. Bill Pedig will come up for the Leslie J. Pedig Scholarship. So when I call your name, please come up. So for one of the $5,000 scholarships, I welcome Maggie Marcus. As you guys all know, Maggie was active in band and choir. She was in the school play. She took on leadership roles in the school clubs and served and volunteered in a number of different community organizations. She also participated in cross-country and track. Yay. She plans on attending St. Norbert's in the fall to study biology. Right? The next $5,000 scholarship goes to Hannah Seaborn. Hannah was active in many clubs, including Art Club, National Honor Society, Student Council, Academic Bowl. She was in the school newspaper and yearbook. She also played in various school and community bands. Also took part in cross-country, basketball, soccer. And Hannah plans on attending UW-Madison to pursue legal studies. Next, I invite Bill Pedig up to stand.
Good afternoon. This is the first time that the family will be presenting this scholarship. And when I mentioned it to my youngest brother, 8 of my siblings graduated, by the way, from this institution, from this school. And when I mentioned it to my youngest brother that I would be handing out the scholarship today, he reminded me that when he was a student here, he forgot which homeroom or study room had been changed, and so when he went there, it turned out an exam was being given by the home ec teacher, and it was for the Betty Crocker American Homemakers Award. And the home ec teacher said, "Since you're here, I want you to stay and take the exam." Guess what happened at the awards ceremony? He was called out. He had won the Betty Crocker Award, the first male student in the Johnson Creek school system to win the Betty Crocker home, and he had never taken a home ec course. His interest, though, in cooking and in chemistry led to a degree in chemical engineering from the University of Wisconsin, and he's still working as a chemical engineer and spent time at the Stanford Research Institute at my university, working on the CO2 capture system, which was installed in Prairie Island for We Energies. And his prototype is now in the museum in Denmark. So this is what happens if you take the exam in home ec, I guess. You end up going into chemical engineering. The committee asked me to say a few words about this scholarship since it's the first time it's being awarded. And we picked 3 areas. The scholarship is named after my brother Les, and the 3 areas that we picked were medicine, engineering, and education. And why did we pick these? First of all, we picked medicine because, according to the Wisconsin Hospital Association, Wisconsin will need 200,000 nurses in the next decade alone. And they will need over 3,000 physicians, because 1 in every 5 physicians in Wisconsin is 65 and older. Secondly, engineering. The U.S. Bureau of Statistics predicts that for the next decade, we will need at least 15% more engineers in the U.S. And some of you may have noticed that may have read in the paper that the College of Engineering at UW-Madison will finally get a new school so that they can enroll more students to help innovate and develop new technologies. Third field, education. Over the last few years, the state of Wisconsin has been issuing up to 30% more emergency teaching licenses in subjects where school systems simply can't find teachers. And so there are teachers who are still working on their education, still have not received their degrees, and who get an emergency license. So for these reasons, because of these shortages, we hope that this scholarship will help students at this school, students like you, consider going into these fields that our state so very much needs. So thank you very much for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about the scholarship. And now I'd like to announce the first recipient of the Leslie J. Pettick Scholarship for $8,000, and that is Jenna Bonig. If she would come up, please. Let me just say a few things about Jenna. While maintaining a 4-point grade point average, Jenna has worked 10 to 20 hours per week and held many leadership roles in the school here. She served as president of the Student Council, National Honor Society, and student government during her senior year. Jenna has also been an active volunteer in several community organizations, including Christmas Neighbors, Vacation Bible School, Family Literacy Night, and the Jefferson County Genealogical Society. She plans to attend UW-La Crosse and study radiologic science with an emphasis on radiation therapy. So it's my great honor to give the first Leslie J. Pettick Scholarship to Jenna Bonig.
Good afternoon. I am Jason Fry, and I am the Secretary of the Johnson Creek Education Foundation, and I am pleased to be awarding the first Teschner Model Scholarship this year. Bernie Model and Christine Teschner are both graduates from Johnson Crick High School. Bernie became a licensed master plumber, owning his own plumbing and heating business. Chris received a Joe Davies Scholarship, which enabled her to attend UW-Madison, graduating with a BS degree in textiles and clothing retailing. Bernie and Chris are both grateful for their opportunities provided to them and wish to help a Johnson Crick graduate receive the education needed for a successful career. Bernie and Chris are here today, and as their nephew, I am pleased to be giving this award on their behalf. This $2,500 scholarship is intended for graduates or former graduates of Johnson Crick High School pursuing a degree, certificate, or license requirement for a job in the trades or agriculture-related fields. This scholarship is available for 2- or 4-year degrees, trade schools, or farm short courses. This year's recipient of the Teschner Model Scholarship is a 2019 graduate of the Johnson Crick High School. He received a degree in business administration from Lakeland University in December 2022. While in college, he began working with a local plumber, which led him to enter a plumbing apprenticeship program at Madison College in July of 2023. He is currently attending classes at MATC and working with Reinhold Plumbing in Johnson Crick. The 2024 recipient of the Teschner Model Scholarship is Cole Ducklow.
Okay, I am back again just to announce a few other scholarships. I asked seniors if they wanted other things announced that they had received from universities or organizations. Only 3 wanted things announced, but there were others that actually took the time and applied to a lot of scholarships and got them. So I'm proud of them for doing that because it does take time. I would like to recognize students, if you want to just stand up when I call your name. So Paige Ishii received University of Wisconsin-Whitewater Foundation, the Freshman Academic Scholarship. So good job. Kan Chow received the Eagle Access Scholarship. And Maggie Marcus, she received the Trustee Distinguished Scholarship through St. Norbert's. It's $29,000 a year. Congratulations to all of them. Okay, and then I wanted to also acknowledge an underclassman who is attending our Wisconsin Leadership Seminar this summer. The mission of the Wisconsin Leadership Seminar is to identify outstanding high school sophomores, soon to be juniors, throughout Wisconsin for being responsible citizens in their community and/or school, and provide them with the opportunity and encouragement to recognize their leadership potential. This 3-day event that is provided at no cost to the students or schools encourages leadership development through responsibility, service, inclusiveness, and decision-making. I would like to recognize Evan Shawanik as our nominee. You can come up. Do you want your picture taken?
See, that's how you do it, seniors. Get your picture taken.
Yeah.
That's recognition.
Good afternoon. I'm Arlene Humschold, President of the American Legion Auxiliary here in Johnson Crick. Each year, our Johnson Creek American Legion Post sponsors a Badger boy, and our auxiliary sponsors a Badger girl. Both Badger girl and boy states are government leadership programs The programs are meant to inspire our youth to become excited and get involved in government someday. Students learn about the government by creating a mythical state which functions according to the laws of the state of Wisconsin. Each student focuses on various aspects of city, county, and state government. They are divided into political parties, the Federalist and the Naturalist, developing their own party platforms and formulating their own issues. They elect officials, adopt laws, debate party platforms, etc. This is a true hands-on learning experience. For the students selected, this week-long experience is an opportunity like no other. Please take full advantage of it. Participating in leadership, collaboration, and playing an active role in government, and I think when you know more about the government, you're going to be better prepared to want to get involved. And getting involved in either your village, city, county, state, even national someday. It would be great to have a president from Johnson Creek High School someday. Badger Boy State this year is held June 15th, 9th through the 15th at UW Eau Claire. And our Badger Boy recipient this year is Charles Ruhoff. If you want to come up. Minute? Sure. So Badger Girls State this year is going to be held the 16th of June through the 21st, and it is always held at UW Oshkosh. This year, our auxiliary, rather than sponsoring just one, is able to send 2 girls to Badger Girls State. And I'd like to give a very, very big thank you to Lyle Wiestenberg from J&L Tire, who actually supported our second Badger Girl this year. So thanks to Lyle. And our 2 Badger Girl recipients this year are Molly Burke and Haley Fincutter.
Okay, so it is pretty unusual to attend a rural school and have as many opportunities for AP courses as we do here at Johnson Creek. At JCHS, we offer a total of 11 AP courses with the opportunity to earn college credit. When I first started teaching here 8 years ago, we only offered 3 courses. That growth is because of you. Students at JCHS want to challenge themselves. You strive for academic excellence, and those achievements deserve to be recognized. The College Board recognizes outstanding academic achievement for students in rural areas and small towns, African American, Latino, Indigenous, and for the first time this year, first-generation college students. This award opens opportunities for students to connect with potential colleges and universities and to be celebrated by their community for academic achievements. Sophomores or juniors who meet the following criteria are eligible to be nationally recognized, and they only need to apply. You must have a GPA of B+ equal to at least 3.3 or higher at the time that you are applying. You must identify as either African American, Latino, Indigenous, first-generation college student, or attend a high school in a rural or small town. And you must be in either the top 10% among PSAT 10 or PSAT test takers in 10th or 11th grade, or have received a score of 3 or higher on at least 2 distinct AP exams by the end of your 10th grade year. Last year, one student applied for such an award as a student living in a rural community. That student was Hannah Seaborn. You can just stand. Hannah has taken several AP courses throughout her time here at JCHS, and she has achieved a score of 4 or higher on each of her exams. Not only has she received this national recognition for her academic achievement, but she did so while juggling athletics and other extracurricular activities. Please join me in congratulating Hannah Seaborn as the recipient of the National Rural and Small Town Award.
My name is Ryan Motley, and I will be presenting the Johnson Creek High School Award for Editorial Excellence. This is only its second year, and it pays tribute to the hard work the lead and staff editors of the school newspaper and yearbook do every year. Now, I'm sure every student and faculty member in this room has passed by my classroom and been witness to students editing papers, wrestling with publishing software, or laughing the stress away the night before a print deadline. In some of your English classes, we may have asked you, in some cases many times, whether your articles were finished for the newspaper. And whether you know it or not, we have taken pictures of each and every single student in this room, which sounds creepy now that I just said it. But anyways, we took a picture. And we keep growing. When I began 2 years ago, AV Print was staffed by 3 very overworked underclassmen. That's all we had for the newspaper and the yearbook. Next year we'll have 9, each recruited because of their specific abilities to write, take photographs, operate complex software, or manage other students. This job, and make no mistake, it is a job, is a huge responsibility, and we have real deadlines we have to hit. And this is why we have the Editorial Excellence Award. I promised myself this year that we would only have one winner. But 2 people in my staff made that decision very difficult and, to be honest, impossible. A good editor is not good because they excel at finding mistakes of grammar in their classmates. I mean, that helps, but a good editor is first and foremost a project manager, a person who can get things done. They know their goal, they organize people around them to accomplish that goal, and they do it themselves if all fails. This might be better thought of as a Best Manager award. But like most lower and mid-tier management positions, you often end up underpaid for the amazing work you will do. And that's reflected in the fact that this award has no cash prize, so I apologize. You got a certificate, though. Both winners always found time to finish what needed to be done, even with crushing schedules. I chose the first to be editor-in-chief of the J at the start of the year, and I believe she immediately made it her own. Quite literally, as I believe she wrote about 9 articles for the newspaper this year. That's a count. She also wrote every episode of our video series, Your Top Story. This person was my conscience this year and was always brave enough to let me know when an idea I had was dumb, which is very often, so I appreciate that. The other editor, you began as a staff editor this year and ended up as a line editor, which is a position we made up because we didn't have like everything editor, like it's just not a real position. And it's just not real. And I swear she showed up one evening to work and then just stayed. Like she just was there. She was there one night and she hasn't left my room since. I literally give her closet space to keep some of her stuff in my room at this point. She's been there, she's done so many things for me. And I'm not above charging you rent, Molly, I'm not. Anyways, this year's winners are Jenna Bannock and Molly Burke. Next up will be Brady Remser.
Thanks. Thanks, Mr. Malley. All right. Each spring, the Johnson Creek Athletic Club presents graduating seniors with an athletic achievement plaque to honor student athletes who have earned 5 or more varsity letters overall or 4 varsity letters in one sport. Participating in high school athletics teaches each of our student athletes about teamwork, discipline, commitment, and sportsmanship. In order to compete at a high level, these students must balance not only their commitment to their team, but a commitment to schoolwork, their families, possibly a job, other clubs and activities, their own personal well-being and mental health, and the list goes on and on. It is clear that our student athletes have a lot on their plate, and each of them has done an outstanding job balancing these commitments. The names, and there's 17 of them, I am about to read off, represent an extremely hard-working group that has a lot to be proud of from their time at Johnson Creek. This group includes members of teams who have reached high marks for their program academically, completed service work toward good causes, been named all-conference athletes, conference champions, and state qualifiers at the team and individual level. When I call your name, come on up. Dylan Bredlow, 4 football, 4 basketball, 4 baseball. Con Chow, 3 football, 2 track. Yeah, slide all the way over, there's a lot of you. Jenna Fincutter, 4 softball, 2 basketball. Connor Gersner, 2 cross country, 2 wrestling, 2 track. Silas Hartz, 4 football, 2 wrestling, 3 baseball. Ian Heald, 4 football, 2 basketball, 4 baseball. Paige Ishii, 4 track. Taylor Joseph, 3 football, 2 wrestling, 4 baseball. Devin Klingman, 4 football. Haley Volheim, 4 cross country, 1 basketball, 3 softball. Aiden Ryan, 4 football. Cole Schwartz, 4 football, 2 baseball. Hannah Seaborn, 4 cross country. Ramaya Seward, 1 volleyball, 4 track. Ava Sixel, 4 cross country, 1 wrestling, 4 track. Tyler Skogman, 4 cross country, 2 track. And Ben Trudell, 4 cross country, 3 track. Congratulations on 4 extremely successful years at Johnson Creek in both the academic and athletic arenas. We look forward to your continued success wherever you go from here.
Academic All-Conference Recognition. This program is designed to recognize the students that excel in the classroom. To be recognized as an academic all-conference student, the student must meet the following guidelines. The student has completed at least 4 semesters in high school and maintained a 3.5 cumulative GPA, so only juniors and seniors are eligible. The student must have one of the following testing qualifications: a combined score of 1130 or above, or a 156 or above on the NMSC selection index on the PSAT, a combined score of 1150 or above on the SAT, or a composite score of 25 or above on the ACT. These students have met those requirements. Jenna Bannock. Maggie Marcus. Hannah Seaborn. Ramaya Seward. Carson Vaughn. And George Weber. One more. You can go now. First they don't want to stay, now they don't want to leave. The WIAA Scholar Athlete is a prestigious award given to one male and one female senior that is nominated by the high school principal from a WIAA member school. Each nominee must be a second semester senior and have no athletic code violations. In addition, each nominee must have earned at least 4 varsity letters and have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. Please give a round of applause for this year's WIAA Scholar Athlete recipients: Ava Sixel, and Silas Hartz.
Make sure I got the right speech here. Yeah, all right. Each year, the Male and Female Athlete of the Year awards are handed out to an individual who has displayed outstanding athletic achievement in their class. This award is voted on by the coaches from Johnson Creek High School. Both of this year's recipients have set tremendous examples for all of our future student athletes. This year's Female Athlete of the Year has had many successes in many different athletic arenas, both in and outside of school. She has not only excelled as a cross-country and track athlete, but gave a new sport a try this past season and joined the wrestling team. She has earned 9 varsity letters and has been a leader in every sport she participated in. Please help me congratulate our 2024 Female Athlete of the Year, Ava Sixel. This year's Male Athlete of the Year award goes to a young man who has enjoyed a tremendous amount of success during his 4 years at Johnson Creek. He has earned a letter in 3 different sports for a total of 9 letters. He has earned all Trailways Conference in football and baseball 3 years in a row, and wrestling for 2 years. He capped off his wrestling career with a 6th place finish at the state tournament this past season. Join me in congratulating our 2024 Male Athlete of the Year, Taylor Joseph. Rogene Evans was a 1978 Johnson Creek High School graduate who in her time at JCHS was a very busy student. She participated in volleyball, basketball, and softball, while also being a part of the yearbook staff, school newspaper, was a member of GAA, pep club, and the band, while also maintaining high enough grades to make high honor roll. She earned multiple awards during her JCHS career, such as the Voice of Democracy Award, Math Association Award, Typing Award, and was in the 1978 book of Who's Who Among American High School Students. She unfortunately passed away early in life, along with 5 other people in her home due to a faulty gas heater only a few short years after graduating from JCHS. This award to honor her memory is based on a student who has been actively involved in extracurricular activities while also excelling in the classroom. This year's recipient of the Rogene Evans Award is Ramaya Seward. Stay or go, it's up to you. The George Schildbach Award was first awarded in 1954 and has been awarded yearly to a JCHS student since that time. The award, presented to an outstanding athlete of the senior class, was named for George Schildbach Jr., who graduated from Johnson Creek High School in 1953. During his time at JCHS, George played drums in the band while also participating in 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball. He was tragically killed in a car accident in the summer of 1953, just a few short weeks after graduating from JCHS. George was an outstanding athlete, and in memory of his drive and determination, the George Schildbach Award was initiated to honor a student who has displayed these traits while balancing their work in the classroom. This year's recipient of the George Schildbach Award is Silas Hartz.
Good afternoon. I'm Kathleen O'Connor, Spanish teacher at Johnson Creek. I'm here to co-present, actually, the Arthur Albert Scholarship. Mr. Alberts was an educated and innovative farmer in the Johnson Creek area. He was a 1913 graduate of Johnson Creek High School and was the class valedictorian. After graduation from Johnson Creek, he enlisted in the Army. While in the Army, he saved up a portion of his pay for future education. Upon his discharge, he attended the University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in agriculture. He was an early pioneer in the incubation of chickens. He used many of the innovative ideas he learned to make his farm a very successful one. Mr. Alberts died in 1972. Mr. Alberts' special interest in Johnson Creek, its youth, and their education was evident by his establishment of a trust to provide 2 scholarships each year to Johnson Creek graduates. It's my honor to present the first scholarship to Ava Sixel. Ava is an extraordinary student, athlete, and human being. In the classroom, she is conscientious and dedicated. She puts great care and effort into all of her work. Outside of the classroom, she is a leader competitor in athletics and an energetic participant in extracurricular activities. Moreover, as a person, Ava is kind, humble, and caring of others. Congratulations, Ava.
Hello. My name is Nicholas Zaborski. I am one of the math teachers at Johnson Creek High School. The next recipient of the Arthur Albert Scholarship Award is a student whom I have taught for all 4 years of their high school career, as well as coached and advised and directed and did other things for several other extracurricular activities. This student is hardworking, dedicated, and strives for perfection in everything that they do. They have achieved very much in high school, including earning qualifying scores in advanced placement tests, placing in various academic contests, including the math meet, and scoring points in several athletic events. It is my pleasure to present this scholarship award to a very deserving student, Ramaya Seward.
Max Alberts entered the 8th grade at Johnson Creek in 1910. In 1914, Max was elected president of his senior class. He was first trained as a teacher at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. He then went on to attend the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where he received his bachelor's degree in 1920 and his master's degree in 1921. He later received his law degree from Southeastern Law College in 1934. Max practiced law for numerous years in the New York State area. While living in Virginia, he invested in some property in the state of Virginia, and these investments turned out to be quite lucrative. They did so well that he was able to retire at the young age of 47. Not bad for a young man who worked for 19 cents an hour on the Northwestern Railway in Johnson Creek. Max never forgot his Johnson Creek roots, and in his later years, he had a will drawn up to benefit the students of Johnson Creek High School. Max set up a trust fund to help the education of Johnson Creek graduates. The scholarship, which began in 1990, has now helped over 100 Johnson Creek graduates. The interest from this trust now is divided equally between 5 present or former Johnson Creek students. It is a one-time scholarship award, and this year's award is $7,094 for each student. Now, normally, I don't present scholarship awards because I'm running the sound and the video stream and everything. But when I had the opportunity to present to this particular student, I was honored to do so. So if I could please have Haley Qualheim come up. I've gotten to know Haley over the years, both as her cross-country coach and computer science teacher. During that time, I had the opportunity to witness Haley overcome obstacles in order to become successful. In athletics, she was faced with a shoulder injury, and instead of throwing in the towel, she worked harder. She went to PT while still participating in cross-country and became successful in cross-country and softball, being quite the home run hitter, I might add. It was during this adversity that she found a calling to become a physical therapist, in which she will be studying kinesiology at UW-Madison next year. But it wasn't her success as an athlete that put her on the stage today. Haley's hard work and determination have also made her successful in the classroom, allowing her to graduate with high honors. As one might expect, learning a new language can be difficult, especially something as obscure as a programming language. Haley's first experience in AP computer science was at the time she had her shoulder injury, causing her to miss a bit of class. But she worked hard and was still successful. Although I could tell she wasn't exactly interested in computer science, and she really had to work hard. So as a senior, most kids would say, nope, I'm not going to try that again, especially if they're concerned about keeping their high grade point average. But not Haley. She came back her senior year this year to learn Python language, and I'm so glad she did. She has grown so much as a student since her sophomore year of programming. Her problem-solving skills and determination were greater than ever. It's also so rewarding as a teacher to see when a student truly gets it, and Haley did. Beyond just her academic achievements, Haley possesses qualities that make her an outstanding, well-rounded person. She's not only a diligent learner, but also has a kind-hearted individual full of positive energy. Her enthusiasm is contagious, and she contributes to a vibrant and supportive environment, whether in the classroom, on the softball diamond, or on the cross-country course. Haley's ability to connect with her peers and push them to be the best version of themselves is a testament to her character and leadership. She has a great sense of humor, and in my opinion, most importantly, is kind to others. All of these traits are going to bring great success to Haley in the future, not only at UW-Madison, but life in general. And I'm so honored to present Haley Qualheim with the Max Albert Scholarship.
Those of you that know me know that it's really hard for me to talk in front of people. But I was asked to present to this student, and I told myself I wasn't going to cry, so I'm going to try really hard to do this. As this student's National Honor Society advisor, I've had the privilege of closely observing the student's growth and development over the past several years. This student has developed strong organizational and leadership skills. They consistently apply to the tasks and the responsibilities that they undertake, giving them the ability to collaborate with peers, take initiative, lead by example to set them apart as an exemplary member of our school community. This student has set ambitious goals for their future. I have no doubt that they're going to have the determination and the dedication to achieve them. One of their goals is to become a radiation therapist so that they can continue helping others and give back to their community. This student is a young woman of high integrity, intelligence, and compassion. And I am confident that she will make significant contributions to any academic or professional endeavor that she chooses to pursue. It is my great honor to present this scholarship to Ms. Jenna Bannock.
We were all talking on stage here that you don't want to follow Mrs. Trimborn because she is so wonderful at her talks on her students. I have Hannah Seaborn, so come on up. I decided to go the no suspense route and just call her right up so that she can be here when we talk to her. The last time I had to do this for her, I only had 2 sentences, so I'm glad that I can be a little expansive, more expansive in my praise. James Thurber wrote a short story called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. And it's a story about a man who fantasizes about doing all of these remarkable things, but in the end does none of those remarkable things and ends up muttering at the end of the story, puppy biscuits, accomplishing nothing. Hannah Seaborn is the opposite of Walter Mitty. She doesn't live a secret life. She lives a remarkable life. And it's because she's kind and generous, more so than anything else. I get to see her in a way that many of you don't get to see her, and that is as a captain of the soccer team. And this is a thing she never thought she'd do. I asked her just a couple weeks ago, did you ever think you'd be the captain of a soccer team? But she had the courage to take it on, and if you know anything about the soccer team that we have, it's a rural and urban co-op, and I get to see her every day help kids from the inner city. Many of the kids don't have a mother or a father. Many of them are impoverished. The first thing we do, the first day of practice, is hand out soccer cleats and socks and things that these wonderful student athletes sometimes don't have access to. And I've got to stand there and watch Hannah Seaborn treat these teammates of hers with a compassion and understanding that is truly remarkable. So we're going to hear all about her academic and her dramatic accomplishments, but it's her kindness above all that makes her beautiful. Thanks, Hannah.
This next recipient, thank you, is a student who strives for excellence on a daily basis. I think when they hear the words, "that won't work, this is too difficult, you can't do it that way," they think, "watch me," and then they just do it anyways. There is never a challenge too big to overcome, and once they set to mind to accomplishing something, there is no stopping them. Maggie Marcus, come on up. If you're standing up here, I maybe won't cry. Okay. Maggie Marcus is fiercely passionate and driven to succeed. Whether it is in the courtroom cross-examining a witness, which is quite terrifying if you are on the receiving end of that, on stage performing in the musical, or in the classroom writing the very dreaded DBQ for AP US History, Maggie shines. I admire her strength and her passion, and I am very proud of her. I know that she will be successful at St. Aubert College next year studying biology, and I will miss her presence. I'm going to do it. I will miss her presence in my classroom dearly, even when she was supposed to be in Miracle's room. She came over to my room almost every day this year. So congratulations, Maggie.
I've had the pleasure teaching and coaching this student since he was in 4th grade. He has always been a great leader in all of my classes. He's been the hardest worker in the room and has set multiple records in the weight room. He is the perfect example of a student athlete. I'm excited to see what the future holds for this guy. Silas Hartz.
I love the emotion that comes with some of our presentations. This is why at the conference they ask you for 2 sentences, because it just gets too emotional with some of our connections with the students that we're giving awards to. But our next recognition is recognition that the students are given today, but they are to wear at graduation along with all of their graduation garb. It's recognizing our cum laude recipients. This is a recognition that we started 8 years ago. So this is the 8th group of students that have fallen underneath the cum laude system. So many of you should recognize it, know about it. We no longer have done the traditional valedictorian, salutatorian recognition that many high schools still use. We use the cum laude system that colleges use. It ranges from cum laude to magna cum laude to our highest summa cum laude. These students have been earning these points throughout their 4 years. It's impossible to reach these levels just in your senior year. These are things that you have to aspire to and know that you want to reach at a young age in order to accomplish them. So these students today are being recognized for their 4 years of hard work, taking hard classes, and getting a high GPA as well. Our first level, represented with what they call old gold or bronze, our cum laude. Our first recipient is Connor Gershner. Silas Hartz. Tyler Chwanek. And Emily Schmidt. Cum laude. Our mid-level is our magna cum laude, represented with the silver cords, Con Chow. Aiden Ryan. Grace Trudell. And Tyler Skogman. Our highest group, our summa cum laude group, is also our largest group. And these students were also recognized at the conference banquet as well as our highest level that we give. And until the conference tells me I can't bring them all, we're going to keep bringing them all. And next year we host, so they can't tell me what to do. But Hannah Seaborn. Maggie Marcus. Paige Ishii. George Weber. Ramaya Seward. Jenna Bannock. Haley Qualheim. And Ava Sixel. This is the longest we've ever been, so Owen, we're going to take all of 8th hour for you. But that's a good thing. That just means we're giving out more and more awards each year. We'll have to start earlier next year. Our service cords for community service recognition. All of our students at Johnson Creek have to complete 20 hours of community service as part of their graduation requirements. A few years back in Mrs. Morris' government class, they proposed a bill to start honoring our students that go above and beyond. We have many students that 20 hours is nothing to them, and they're going to do the community service whether they have to for hours for graduation or just because they want to help the community. These students are being recognized today. Our level white with white cords have completed at least 45 hours of community service in their 4 years. Jenna Bannock. And Mason Zembert. We have no one that reached the red level, our 65 hours, but we have many that went beyond and completed the 75 hours. For those of you sitting in the audience, know that this bill that they wrote had a grandfather clause, and it kind of went up for years. Next year, to be able to receive this award, you'll have to do at least 50, 75, or 100 hours to reach those levels. And that's because these students were already in their high school career when those started, so we kind of scaled back what the original intent was. But next year's class, you've had all 4 years to accomplish that. That's why you need 50, 75, or 100. But these next students received the red and white cords, have accomplished, or at least turned in all their hours for 75 hours or more. Maggie Marcus. Cole Swartz. Hannah Seaborn. Ava Sixel. Grace Trudell. And Ramaya Seward.
The key of knowledge represents leadership and high academic standards that become a responsibility of the senior class. As president of this year's senior class, I present this key to you as a representative of next year's senior class. Striving to maintain and raise the standards of our school is a goal for every class, but it is especially the responsibility of the seniors. May you be successful in the undertaking.
Don't go far. Stay right there. Kind of going to give it away, but we don't have time. The Spirit Cup is given each year to the class that, in the opinion of the staff, has shown the most enthusiasm throughout the school year. Included in the decision are efforts by the classes in building school spirit for athletics, homecoming, and participation in support of all school activities. This year's Spirit Cup winner is the senior class, and they are being awarded for the second year in a row. You don't get to keep it, it just goes back in the trophy case. Recognition. Wow, we usually end this at like 2:30, so this is awesome that we've given out a half an hour more of awards, and we've allowed Owen to miss all of 8th period. I don't know why that was a big thing, and it's an inside joke. He just wondered earlier if he was going to miss all of 8th period, so I told him no, but I guess he did. But at this time, seniors, in your 4 years, I know you've done something that you've gotten away with and had no detention, so you're going to have a detention so we can do the senior tea and slideshow for you. The rest of you guys are free to go back, get your stuff from your 7th grade room.